those things. So that was terrific. I also want to thank them for making sure I couldn't make a living out of any of those things. I want to thank Henry Meininger for allowing me to give him 35% of my income since 1979 and every year since, and somehow not making me feel like shit about it. I want to thank all the co-op galleries in the city of Denver, because Denver truly is, if not the co-op capital of America, the co-op capital of, well, I should say of the world. In America, it's definitely the co-op capital of America. And as a young artist, the opportunities that these co-ops since 1980 and before have given artists is truly an astonishing thing. You get a chance to fail repeatedly and not getting asked out the door. I'd like to thank all my fellow artists, and there's thousands of them here in Colorado, their colleagues, their pals, their partners, their competition, they're all those things. But mostly they're people that I spend a lot of time drinking thousands of beer with and arguing over those beers about what the art world is about, and this whole pointless thing to a lot of people that's all the world to all of us. And without virtually everybody in the arts, I don't know what I'd be doing. I also want to thank all the advanced institutions of higher learning in the state of Colorado, because I've basically got a paycheck from every single one of them, except Western States in Gunnison. What's up with them? I want to give special kudos to CU Boulder and Rocky Mountain College of Art and Design for doing it more than once. I want to thank Diane Vanderlit, formerly of the Denver Art Museum, because she talked me into going to Europe in this very room about a decade ago. And I thought up every excuse known to man to not go to Europe, and I exhausted those excuses and realized I had to go, and wound up having a great time in spite of myself, repeatedly. I also want to thank my daily companions in the studio that really make my day go by much, much easier. This includes the entire staff of National Public Radio, the countless assholes on talk radio, literally hundreds of books on tape, and also the music of Yo La Tengo, Arvo Pärt, George Strait, and the incomparable Randy Newman, my hero. Speaking of which, I'm not speaking of which, but I also want to thank the Cherry Creek Arts Festival. I know, charlatan, Philistine, fake arts festival. But I want to thank the Cherry Creek Arts Festival for actually allowing me to make a living as an artist comfortably for the first time in my life. And actually, also, I want to thank that festival for allowing me to get drawings in about 25% of the homes in the Denver metro area. And a lot of you, of course, are part of that without having to go to Cherry Creek, which makes you special as well. Speaking of Denver, I've got to thank Denver and all the Front Range communities for the last 30 years of grotesque development and horrible suburban expansion, which has given me an infinite amount of subject matter and profit. God bless Colorado. When there's development, the more Colorado sucks, the better I do, and I'm so thankful for that. Of course, I also want to thank the Denver Art Museum, because they've supported me for an awful lot of years now, and it's a really nice feeling. I hope every artist here tonight, every artist can be in a museum, because a lot of people wonder if you're an artist or not. But when your shit's in a museum, a lot of times they think you are. And it makes it much easier out there on the street talking to regular people. I'm cutting your hair, where can I see your art? The Denver Art Museum. So I really appreciate all the continuing support. Christoph, Gwen, Ann Daly, I want to mention. And of course, Mark and Polly Addison, who've been amazing supporters. In fact, what day do you want me to wash your car this week, Mark? And I'm thinking of redoing all your wood floors, but we'll have to pencil that in a little ways down the line. And, speaking of the museum, I want to thank the boy King, the little dead guy from Egypt, because I was in this face-to-face show, and with King Tut, it exited right across from my drawing. And since the boy King showed up, or at least his stuff, hundreds, all kinds of extra people have seen my work. It's the weirdest thing. And I said a lot of bad things about the boy King, and I want to apologize to the little dead guy right now. I like him better than I expected. Of course, I want to thank AFKEY, aka the DAM Contemporaries. That's right, I've gone back long enough with all of you in this organization. I guess, by my count, 15 years. And it's been great. A lot of service and a huge amount of good company. And being the chair, because power, you know, is great, but I really appreciated being the secretary. And I really appreciated the way you guys allowed me to take the minutes in an artistic fashion, the way I felt them to the bottom of my soul, rather than actually having to, you know, report shit that actually happened. They never did make much sense, and you were pretty easy to me on that part. Okay, how's the time? Is the orchestra playing yet? Okay, a couple more things. I also want to thank my current agent slash manager slash gallerist and cheerleading provocateur, Mr. Ivar Z. Get Down of Plus Gallery. Little plug here. We have an opening right now. Friday night. We have a little going away party at Plus from 5 to 8. And I have a bunch of my art on the walls from tomorrow until Friday. Maybe some of it will be around Saturday. Check it out. Talk to us for further details. And finally, of course, I'd like to thank my lovely wife of, count them, not 1, but almost 2 years. Woo-hoo! Woo! Who actually likes what I do, likes the fact that I'm an artist, I know she's a little off, and actually encourages me to make this crazy kind of adolescent stuff, you know, most of the time, while she tends to spend her time working, you know, real jobs in a terribly, terribly selfless manner. I mean, it's amazing. We have been a really exciting family of 2 for almost a decade, and pretty soon we're going to be a family of 3 and a family of 5 if you count the 20-pound cat and the developmentally disabled Springer Spaniel. So, again, I just want to thank you all for a wonderful 35 years here in Colorado, and you're all invited to visit us in Wisconsin. It's going to take about a month to get the guest room in shape, but we really would like visitors, and instead of the place we live now, we actually have not 1, but 2 bathrooms, and word on the street has it that the toilets work. So thank you.
Nice job.